Hazing is defined as any intentional action or situation, whether on or off campus, that causes mental or physical harm, embarrassment, harassment, or ridicule. Hazing is not defined by who it is done to. It doesn't matter if it's a new member or officer, or an old member, nor is it defined by the member's willingness to participate. A person can say they have no problem with having something happen to them, but that does not mean that it becomes a legal act or that it's okay. Nationally, 2 in 5 students are aware of specific acts of hazing on their campus. 55% of college students experience hazing while being a student, and 82% of deaths from hazing are alcohol involved. If you are unsure if it is hazing, you need to ask yourself these questions. Would I feel comfortable participating in this activity if my parents were watching? Am I being asked to keep these activities a secret? Am I doing anything illegal? Does participation violate my values or those of my organization? Is it causing emotional distress or stress of any kind to myself or others? And specifically for those individuals committing the hazing act, when you apply for jobs, can you take the burden of having a criminal arrest on your record? A lot of people think that hazing leads to a sense of camaraderie, a sense of team, and a sense of tradition. In reality, we know that hazing leads to a number of negative outcomes, including depression, anger, fear, confusion, guilt, a sense of betrayal, and/or emotional duress from the humiliation or intimidation factor of what is happening. Stress-related illnesses are often reported, academics frequently suffer, and we often see re-traumatization of past abuses. The list of negatives goes on and on. In the state of Wisconsin, hazing is against the law. No person may intentionally or recklessly engage in acts which endanger the physical health or safety of a student for the purpose of initiation or admission into or affiliation with any organization operating in connection with a school, college, or university. Under those circumstances, prohibited acts may include any brutality of a physical nature, such as whipping, beating, branding, forced consumption of any food, liquor, drug, or other substance, forced confinement, or any other forced activity which endangers the physical health or safety of a student. There are many myths that are associated with hazing, and we're going to address just a couple here. The first myth, and one that we hear most commonly, is that hazing is a problem for fraternities and sororities primarily. The fact is that hazing is a societal problem. Hazing incidents have been frequently documented in the military, in athletic teams, marching bands, religious cults, professional schools, and other types of schools or organizations. Reports of hazing activities in high schools are also on the rise. A second myth is that as long as there is no malicious intent, illegal hazing should be okay. The fact is that even if there isn't malicious intent, safety may still be a factor in traditional hazing activities that are considered to be all in good fun. For example, serious accidents have occurred during scavenger hunts, an activity that can be a good activity for teamwork and team building. When groups take an activity like a scavenger hunt and add embarrassing, demoralizing, or dangerous components, this originally positive experience becomes an illegal activity. A third myth is that hazing is an effective way to teach respect and develop discipline. The truth of the matter is that respect isn't taught, it's earned. Victims of hazing rarely report having respect for those who've hazed them, and just like other forms of victimization, hazing breeds mistrust and apathy and alienation, exactly the opposite of what you want in your members of an organization. If you feel you are being hazed at any time, there are many steps that you can take. The first is to contact your organization's president or person in charge. Call the authorities, contact staff in student activities and involvement, or call the Anti-Hazing hotline at 262-472-HAZE. We will get you the help that you need. All of our contact information is listed on the screen.